Most people think success happens all at once. A big win, a viral moment, a sudden breakthrough. But in reality, the biggest results in life come from the smallest, most consistent steps. It's not about doing everything perfectly in one day. It's about showing up, even when it doesn't feel like you're making progress. Think about how a mountain is climbed. It's not one giant leap. It's thousands of small steps, one after another, even when the top seems impossibly far. Every successful person you admire didn't start at the peak. They started small, often invisible, often uncertain, but they kept moving. Let's take one example, writing a book. The idea of writing hundreds of pages can feel overwhelming. But what if you write just one page a day? In a year, that's 365 pages, a full book. The same goes for fitness. You don't need to spend hours in the gym. Start with 5 push-ups a day. It sounds like nothing, but if you do it consistently, those 5 will turn into 50. What matters most isn't intensity, but consistency. This idea is called the compound effect. Small, repeated actions that build up over time to create massive outcomes. Think of it like interest in a bank account. If you save a small amount every day, it doesn't seem like much at first. But as time passes, the interest compounds, and suddenly you have something significant. The same principle applies to your habits, your goals, and your growth. The problem is, we often give up before the results appear. We're addicted to instant gratification. We want to see progress now. But small steps don't give quick results. They test your patience. They build your discipline. And that's exactly why they work. Let's talk about something called the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% every day, you'll be 37 times better by the end of the year. Not by doing more, but by being consistent. It's not about revolution, it's about evolution. Tiny changes that stack up over time create transformations that seem impossible from the start. Take the story of James Clear, author of Atomic Habits. He didn't write his best-selling book in a day. He built the habit of writing 2 articles per week. Over time, those articles became chapters, those chapters became drafts, and those drafts became a global phenomenon. The power of small steps is invisible at first, but unstoppable later. And here's something interesting. Your brain actually loves small wins. Every time you complete a small task, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical that keeps you motivated. That's why breaking big goals into smaller ones is so powerful. You feel rewarded along the way, not just at the end. So instead of waiting for motivation to strike, build momentum through tiny wins. Let's say you want to change your life, start a business, learn a skill, or get healthier. You don't have to do everything today. Just pick one small action. Want to start a business? Research for 15 minutes a day. Want to learn a language? Practice 5 new words daily. Want to be fit? Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Those actions seem meaningless in the moment, but months later, they redefine who you are. Here's the truth. The gap between who you are now and who you want to be isn't bridged by big decisions. It's bridged by small ones repeated daily. Success is not a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. You might not notice change day by day. The progress is quiet, subtle, and easy to overlook. But one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come, not because of one giant leap, but because of thousands of tiny steps you refuse to skip. So if you feel stuck right now, remember this. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next small step. Start where you are with what you have and trust the process. Because every great transformation begins with something small. And maybe the most beautiful part? Small steps don't just change your results. They change your identity. Every time you follow through, you prove to yourself that you can. You build confidence, discipline, and momentum, and those are the real foundations of success. So take that one small step today. Read 1 page. Do 1 workout. Write 1 paragraph. Send 1 email. It might not look like much now, but one day, you'll thank yourself for starting. Because small steps, when repeated with intention, don't just create big results. They create a whole new version of you,